Squire.
My name is Carlton Cartwright.
Okay.
I am the Executive Director for the Veterans Memorial and Multicultural Histories Incorporated. And today is December the 16th, 2022, and we are at Riviera Beach Preparatory Achievement Academy in Riviera Beach, Florida. And sir, it's Friday afternoon, by the way. Sir, what is your name?
Keith Squire.
Okay, Mr. Squire, and where are you from?
West Palm Beach, Florida.
Okay. What branch of the service were you in?
I was in the U.S. Navy.
United States Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What year did you go into the military?
In 2002.
Mm-hmm. What were you doing prior to going into the service?
I was in high school.
Where?
Lake Worth High.
Okay. Is that where you graduated? Graduated from Lake Worth High?
Mm-hmm.
Did you attend any college before you went into the service?
No.
No? Okay. All right. But apparently you have a bachelor's degree at least by now, right? You have
Associates.
associates. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're in a, and we'll talk about it a little later, but you're in a what is it? A veterans military program through the school district?
Through the state, Florida Department of Education.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right, so why did you join that branch of the service? It's the Navy, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My brother was in actually, so I had a chance to visit him while he was in the Navy, and I liked what I saw.
Where did you visit him?
He was in Washington, D.C. He was an honor guard.
Okay. What base was that? Do you know? Can you
I don't
remember?
remember.
You don't remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How far were you outside of D.C.?
Oh, we were right there in D.C.
Right in D.C., Washington. Okay, cool. Nice. So I guess what you're saying is being able to get a bird's eye view firsthand of what your brother's situation was.
Yeah.
That inspired you, motivated you to join, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. How many years? What year did you say you went in?
2002.
And how long did you serve?
5 years.
5 years.
Mm-hmm.
What rank were you when you separated?
E5. E5.
E5.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that title?
That was Petty Officer Second Class.
Nice. Okay. All right. Okay. So basic training. Where was that?
Basic training was in Illinois, Great Lakes.
Okay.
Great Lakes, Illinois.
And you remember the name of the base?
No.
How long was basic training?
What was it? A month and a half? 2 months?
It was about six weeks, 8 weeks, like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about it. How was it? How were your instructors? How was the food?
Fed us good. We had to eat. We had a time limit. Instructors, everything was cool. My brother being in, I was a little prepared for it. But it was during the summertime. It's hot. We did a lot of marching.
Okay.
A lot of PT, physical training.
Right.
Instructors were cool. I was in charge of my group. And yeah.
All right. You were in charge of what? How many people were you in charge of? How, was it? What did you call your groups? Were they groups, flights, or what?
Division. We were division. Yeah, division 3-2, if I'm not mistaken. And so we have what we call a AROC, an RPOC. Those are different titles. Recruit, chief officer, and that's what I was. I was an RROC, in charge of the division.
How many people were in the division?
About 27, 30.
Okay. All right. Approximately. Okay. Cool. All right. So, what did the day consist of?
Up early in the morning, buy our racks, make sure we fix our racks, get everything, nice and neat. Then they do an inspection. Then we'll go to a class for maybe an hour or two. March to go get breakfast. March to go out to the field, run. Come back, maybe do some more training, some more drills, and go to like a station, learn about the ship, the Navy ships and ship life. Then come back. Lunch. After that, probably go do another physical exercise.
Okay.
And then
Got in shape, huh?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
We did a lot of running.
Okay. You said classwork. What kind of classwork? What was your MOS? Well, job.
So I was a military police officer. They call it a master at arms.
Okay.
But during boot camp, classwork was just the basics about the Navy, U.S. history, the ship vessel life, things of that nature.
What kind of ships did you train on? Battleship or?
I was on a destroyer.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that, okay, destroyer, not an aircraft carrier?
Not an aircraft.
Okay. So what was it like being on a destroyer?
It was,
So after basic training, I just want to go back for a minute. Okay, so you're still in training, so you trained on a destroyer. What was that like?
So when I went to the destroyer, actually I hadn't gotten to my MOS school, as you would call it. I hadn't gone to that, so I was just in a basic level. So I was in charge of like the maintenance of the ship. It was fun. We went on a deployment. We went for 9 months. Went on a deployment. Ship life. We were pretty close. We're all on that ship. It becomes like a home.
Right.
Let me see. We wake up in the Navy. We have a whistle that goes off. So we wake up to the whistle. And reveille. They tell everybody to get up, go get breakfast. Then we come back and we muster. We assemble and they take roll. Then after that, depending on what the day's work is, we get our assignments and work. Take a break for lunch, and then we had the evenings to ourselves. We usually worked until about 5 or 6 in the evening. So it's about from 7 a.m. to 6 in the evening.
11, 12-hour days. Wow. Okay. All right. So that was, you said 6 to 8 weeks. Where was your next duty station, or where'd you go for your MOS?
I went to Virginia Beach. That was when I went to police academy. We were trained by the civilian police officers, and then from that I went down to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. That was my next duty station.
Okay. And how long were you in Guantanamo?
I was in Guantanamo for a year and a half.
All right. And your job there was as a security officer?
Yes. We call it Naval police officer. Yeah, I was a naval police officer in Guantanamo. I also became a harbor patrol, so I got my small boating license.
Okay, so you said harbor patrol, so you're on a ship or a boat?
A small boat, yeah, because we were in Guantanamo Bay, so we had a nice little bay area that we patrolled. So we would have to, get our license to drive the boat, like a small security boat.
Right. Okay. And any interaction? Where's Guantanamo again?
In Cuba.
In Cuba. Right. Exactly. So, any conflicts while you were there?
No.
No
conflicts.
No. Just a lot of training.
A lot of training.
You said you there. I think
now on the police side, I've had to make arrests and things like that, but no conflicts like as far as war or any battles with any.
But what you just mentioned was what I was really referring to.
Okay.
So you did make arrests.
Yeah. I tried.
Was that civilians or was it military?
It's both. Yeah.
Okay.
Because anyone who was on the base is subjected to our jurisdiction at the time.
Okay. All right. So yeah. Okay. All right. So what kind of incidences would you arrest civilians over?
Most of the time it was like drunk driving. Occasionally there was sometimes domestic violence. That was usually it.
Okay, and military personnel, same
yeah.
same incidences? Okay, so this is what you did while you were there for a period of 18 months. Did you get to travel around Cuba?
No, just on the base.
Just on the base?
The relations wouldn't let us leave the base.
Got you. What did you do for R&R?
So on the base they had a movie theater, bowling alley, basketball court. You can find me there most of the time. Gym. You can go fishing.
Still getting that workout, huh?
Yeah, I love that basketball.
How was the food?
The food was actually pretty good. Yeah, they had a lot of options. All you can eat,
Right. Okay. So what was your next duty station?
After that, I went to Pensacola, Florida.
Okay, back stateside. Okay, and what's the name? It was a Naval Air Station?
Naval Air Station, Whitingfield.
And how long were you there?
18 months.
18 months? Another 18 months? So how was that? What was your job there? Same job?
Same job.
And what did that consist of on a regular basis?
A lot of patrol, did more patrol there. We also had some some military residential areas that we would have to go off base and go patrol. Not as many incidents, so it was very relaxed. laid back.
Okay. Up to that point, through basic training, through your, tech school, so to speak, any injuries?
No,
Did you ever get injured?
no.
No? Okay. All right. That's good to know. Again, so now you said you were in Pensacola.
Mhm.
You were in Panama City, weren't you?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
about 2 hours.
Not about 2 hours?
Yeah.
So so on your R&R, where'd you go?
Panama City.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I went through there. Usually, I mean, I'm from Florida, so when I got a chance, I just drive all the way back. It's like a 10-hour drive from West Palm to
Exactly.
Pensacola
You just went home.
most of the time. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
All right. Did you take advantage? Did you go to school at all while
I
you
did.
were?
I did. I took classes while I was in Norfolk when we were on the ship. They had what's called a PACE course, so they had professors fly out and board the ship and stay on there for a couple months. So I took some courses then, and then when I went to Pensacola, I attended Pensacola Junior College.
Nice.
Hmm.
What'd you major in?
I was just doing general education.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Gotcha. You said you have an associate's degree, right? In what?
Liberal arts.
Nice. Okay. And you got that from
I just pieced
what
what I
school?
had.
Just everything?
Los Angeles City College.
Oh, all right. And you did that online?
No, I lived in LA after I got out the military.
Oh, you did? Okay. So we'll get to that. All right. So year and a half in Pensacola.
Hmm.
All right. And how was the food?
Food was good. I had more options.
Up to this point, you feel like you had all the supplies that you needed in the military?
I did.
Did you have everything that you needed?
Yeah, I did.
He took good care of you?
Yeah.
You live off base or on base?
I lived off base in Pensacola.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Okay, and how was that? How
Yeah, it's
just
even
like being
better.
home?
Yeah, even better.
It was all good?
Yeah, I stayed next to the mall, so it worked out.
How was the food?
Food was great.
Okay.
I was cooking.
All right, you were cooking.
Mhm.
Did you get to go overseas besides Cuba?
Oh, yeah, on deployment.
Really?
Mhm.
When was that?
That was when I first got in, and when I was stationed in Norfolk. We went we did a Mediterranean cruise.
Uh-huh.
So it's Spain, Italy, Greece, Malta, Seychelles,
Where's Seychelles at?
off the coast of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. And how long was that deployment for?
9 months.
Okay. Did you travel? Were those? Did you name all the places that you visited?
Portugal,
Uh-huh.
Greece. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Oh, we went to Israel.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And how'd you get along in all those places? How were the people on the academy?
Oh, they were nice.
What are the civilians like? Good?
Yeah, everybody's nice to us. They, were happy to see us. They kept saying, America, America, hip hop, Tupac. So,
Was he still alive then?
no.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
you know,
What year was that again?
that was 05, 03.
Right. Close though.
05.
Close. Close. Okay. Besides what you've already mentioned, give me a couple of more memorable experiences that you remember.
Memorable experiences.
And especially on that European tour.
Oh, I mean, Portugal was lovely. We would go, because their time schedule is different. So
Right.
they usually start going out. Their nightlife starts at like 2 in the morning.
Right.
So, when we got there, it was like 9 p.m., 10 o'clock. We were looking for the nightlife. And they're like, no, everybody's sleeping. And we're like, sleep? They're like, yeah, come back at 2:30. We're like, 2:30 in the morning? They're like, yeah.
And they would go until sunup?
Until sunup. I mean, we left one club. It was underground, it was dark. We were leaving, it was sunlight, and people were still coming in. It was
Right.
like 10 in the morning,
Wow.
and they're still coming in.
Wow. Okay.
um,
Okay.
What else? So while I was in, I did landing signal specialist. So I would
Oh,
land the helicopter, or at least, signal it.
so you had a different job now.
Oh, I mean, usually wherever I go, I get trained in whatever I could. So.
And how many different
positions?
Yeah.
A lot. Training.
security police?
Landing signalman. I was a training petty officer for my group. I got what they call sea swass. It's like you get trained in learning about the ships and every part of it. It's a little difficult to explain, but like you have to qualify for it.
Right.
So I went through that process. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Very nice. So, but this is why you were attached, you said, to Virginia, right?
This is while I was in Virginia.
While you were in Virginia. So after Virginia, you went where?
Then I went to the Naval Police. I went to police training after that, and then went to Cuba.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in that order. All right. So, just give me the chronology on that again. First duty base was where?
Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay. So you in Virginia first.
Right.
Did you deploy
Yes.
to Europe at that moment?
Yes.
While you were there?
Right.
Okay. Next duty station?
Next duty station was Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Okay, then you in, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3?
Was Pensacola, Florida.
Was that the last one?
That was the last one.
Okay, all right, all right. Okay, so, were you ever in combat?
Not to my knowledge. Mind you, we were on a naval vessel, so, you know, we did exercises while we were in what was considered a war zone. We got that, you know, hazardous duty pay for being in the war zone. So
Which location? Where was the war zone at?
During the Iraqi war.
Okay, all right. And what year was that?
03.
Uh-huh. How long were you in that war zone?
I think it's been at least 2 or 3 months.
Okay. Any casualties in your
No,
unit?
no casualties.
Okay. Were any casualties brought aboard you on ship?
No,
Were you? Where were you? Were you stationed aboard a ship, or were you on dry land?
I was on the ship.
Okay.
The USS Thorn.
Uh-huh. And what kind of ship was that?
That was the destroyer.
That was a destroyer. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So you didn't no fatalities.
no fatality.
By the grace of God. Okay. The entire time you were in the service, did you ever have any difficulty staying in touch with your family?
No.
No. Okay.
You know, while we're out to sea, they had the internet, so we could get on and chat. And
So there were no setbacks as far as that was concerned.
no,
Okay. Did you keep a diary or anything?
no, I did actually when I was on the Thorn.
Uh-huh.
When I was on the naval ship,
Uh-huh.
I did.
Did you make a lot of friends that you've maintained friendship with since the military?
I keep in touch with at least 4
Okay, nice.
people. Mhm.
So that kept that military family going,
Mhm.
extended family. Okay, nice, very nice. So what did you do? Okay, so when Pensacola was your last duty base, correct?
Mhm.
What were you thinking about doing as you were approaching separation from the military?
What was I thinking about doing?
Yeah, what was the plan?
Oh, it wasn't too much of a plan. I wanted to go to music school.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Are you a musician?
I am.
Where'd you pick that up?
Picked it up while I was in Cuba.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
What instrument you play?
A guitar.
Okay.
Mhm.
Play any piano? I'm just curious.
I can get some notes out, a couple songs.
Have you ever written any music?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. And what do you do? Which instrument do you use to write music?
guitar.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Okay, nice, very nice. Okay, so what was the plan? So you went to LA.
Yes.
Was that while you were still in the military, or you separated and went to LA?
I separated and went to LA.
So what did you do after the service?
Just wanted to experience a little bit more life, you know. So I was like New York or LA, and just chose LA because of the weather. And I just wanted to find out what, you know, the music industry was like, entertainment industry. So I went out there and went in pursuit of that.
And so what happened?
Shoot. After like 2 weeks, I got on one of those BET reality shows. We're not gonna mention that.
And what happened? Come on.
What, the show?
Yeah.
I won.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but it was one of those like reality dating shows.
Okay.
Thing.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. But only got paid $75 for that.
Okay.
Yeah. But that was how I learned about the industry, how it could be.
Right.
I just did like extra work. Started getting in the studio. You know, just did little things here and there. Nothing major.
Okay. Okay. All right. So what happened so from there after LA? What'd you do?
After LA,
In between there and here, what happened? What was life all about?
between LA and here, lived in New York for a year. Same thing, just to pursue, because I had a band in LA, but I wanted to take things to another level, so I wanted to see what New York was about, so I went and lived up there. And then I just started having children, family, so I just kind of...
How many kids you got?
7
Ooh.
right now.
What?
Yeah, 7.
Okay. All right. Somebody been busy? Anyway, okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, and New York came. So then you came back to Florida?
Yeah, after the second child, you know.
Oh, okay. So how long you been back here?
It's got to be 9 years now.
9 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, and so I know right now you're an educator.
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing prior to becoming an educator here in Florida?
I was working with a nonprofit where we taught students after school. We taught them how to record their own song, write a song, record it, and then we make a music video for them.
All right. And so are you still doing that now?
No, I'm not working with them now, but I'm still in support of any artist or musician that's, you know, trying to develop their skills.
Right, right. Okay. All right. So what is the plan for the future? You just gonna stay in education, or?
Oh, only God knows.
Only God knows.
Yeah. But yeah, my mother says that she sees me as being a principal, so I'm involved in that.
Back to the military. What awards, decorations, medals?
Yeah. I mean, you know, marksman medal, defense.
What
medal,
kind of weapon?
The pistol, the 9mm, and the M16
Okay.
rifle. Instructor, small arms instructor. Yeah, I mean, you know, global war on terrorism medal and things like that.
Right.
Good conduct medal. Yeah, that's all I
Gotcha.
can think about on the top. That's all I can remember.
Have you shared with us all the places that you got to travel? Inside and outside the service? Where have you been?
Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Mexico, Canada. Yeah, I think that's it.
Nice. How'd you get along with officers and enlisted?
Oh, I got along great. Yeah, got along great.
All good?
Yeah.
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 All right, just a couple more questions.
Yeah.
So you're still using your GI Bill, aren't you?
When I can.
Right, okay. And so tell us about the program you're in right now with the school district.
Oh, the Troops of Teachers, or Troops for Teachers program. It's a new program in Florida that allows any veteran that has been in, I want to say for at least 2 years, has an associate's degree, has an honorable discharge, and passed a subject area exam. They can receive a temporary teaching certificate. So I utilized that, and from what I'm told, I was the first one. I don't know how accurate that is.
Right, that's what I heard.
Yeah, so I don't
Cool.
know, but yeah.
All right. Did your military experience influence your thinking about war or about the military in general?
Yes.
How? In what respect?
In a lot of ways. I think I understood a little bit more how, of course I understood more how the military works. I felt like it allowed me to see America in one space, you know, because when you go in there, you meet people from all around the country. So
Right.
I felt like I got a chance to really find out what the country was like, you know. Found that there were still some issues that I felt like we still were trying to work out and overcome as a country. You can see in the military. Yeah, I mean, I understand what boot camp is like. I understand, you know, when someone says their job, you know. I appreciated the structure of the military. I use that still to this day. Yeah.
Okay, and how did your service and experiences affect your life?
Well, Yeah, I mean, usually when I get out, or when I tell somebody I was in the military, especially employers, you know, it usually gives me an edge, or helps out. Like I said, the discipline, the structure, I'm a lot more organized, keep my room a little cleaner now, you know.
Right?
Yeah, and the benefits have helped out, you know. And sometimes now in my position, sometimes when I'm talking to students, you know, I can give them a good, you know, recommendation, you know, assessment, you know, of which branch, and if I think it would be something they would be interested in, you know, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, is there anything else that you would like to share with us that you feel like you may not have mentioned so far?
That I can think of.
You good?
Yeah, I think so.
I want to thank you for a great interview, and I also want to thank you for your service. And I also want to ask my students, anybody have any questions they'd like to ask this gentleman? About the Navy, or about traveling, or about music, or about teaching? We good?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You got it.